Hello, this is the Bourbon Man. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how to make an old fashioned. I actually got the recipe from my soon-to-be son-in-law, and I modified it a little bit, but everyone who has tasted this thing, has come to my house, come to parties, they thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm actually going to make the video now so I don't have to continue passing out that recipe. Okay, so today the bourbon we're going to be using is TX. It's a blended whiskey. This actually won a recent bourbon tasting that we had here at the house. And I actually got this from a friend of mine who lives in Texas who brought it out here to me prior to going on a fishing trip. So that's what we'll be using. The next ingredient we're going to need today is bitters. Now you can use several different types of bitters. I prefer the Woodford Reserve orange bitters. I like the dropper, and we'll be using 5 drops of that today. What we're going to be using is a syrup. Now, a lot of people will take a cube of sugar, put it in a glass, mash it up, put the bitters on top of it, but you don't get the same blend. For me, in principle, you can either use just plain simple syrup, or you can do a little bit more extravagant and go with something a little bit bourbony, mapley, and you don't have to put as much of this in there. We'll need some orange. I like to put actual orange juice in mine, as well as some bourbon cherries. Bourbon cherries are very important. You don't buy cheap cherries. They make a bunch of them. This one right here I have found to be the best. Woodford makes another one, but the syrup is really thick and the cherries are delicious. So, all right, so now we're gonna get into this. Tonight, I'm going to shake this. Now, a lot of people are gonna have heartburn with that because they're saying I'm bruising the drink, but you can mix the drink inside of a mixer, use this long spoon and stir it and get the same effect. I prefer to shake mine because I want the ice to beat up the orange peel and enhance that flavor. So, all right, step 1, we need to put some ice in the shaker. You don't need a lot of ice in there. That ought to do it. The next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna take one of these, and you just wanna kind of ring it up a little bit, twist it, drop it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a little bit of cherry juice right to the tumbler. And usually about a teaspoon. You can see just how thick that is. I'll put that down in there. And then I'll put that in there because we will use that here in a minute. One of these pieces of orange, squeeze that. And if you want the drink to look pretty, you don't want to put that in there, but so we'll just discard that into